I came in with Yar'Adua, and Yar'Adua advocated for due process, and I stand by due process. There is any country that does not obey rule of law. It's a jungle.
Have the conversation of how do you bring Peter back? Because you can tell that the energy that is driving him is organic. If Peter Obi was a Hausa man or a Fulani man, would anybody be doubting the fact that he's going to be presidential candidate and he will likely win? If Peter Obi was a Yoruba man, will anybody be doubting that he's a presidential candidate and he can likely win? If somebody can pull 6 million votes all by himself with a ragtag army of supporters and deny.
The Socialist Party, that will bring up. Let me be come. You talk about Jonathan. These people who are weighing Jonathan, what is their strength? Are they not the same people who played him game in 2015?
Why they want Jonathan and Peter Obi? Trap or reconciliation? They left him, laughed at him, even chased him out, and now the PDP wants him back. First, Goodluck Jonathan, now Peter Obi. Is this real reconciliation or a political bait? Today we unpack PDP's double play, motives, winners, losers, and the one big question: can Nigerians trust them again? Welcome to Shenek TV, where we go beyond the headlines and uncover the real battles shaping Nigeria's future. This afternoon, we dive into the storm shaking the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. Three powerful names are now at the center of its 2027 gamble. Former President Goodluck Jonathan, former Labour Party candidate Peter Obi, and Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. Could this be the bold move that revives Nigeria's oldest opposition party, or the dangerous gamble that finally breaks it apart? From defections to disputed primaries, to bitter fights in 2014 to 2015, and again in 2023, the PDP has a long history of internal drama. So when a party that once pushed people out now opens its arms wide, we should ask, what is the price for the embrace? Now let us look at short history and pattern. Parties do three things when they are in trouble: promise reform, recruit popular names, and shout unity. It works on camera, but politics is more than headline. Look at the pattern. Powerful members leave because they aren't happy. Later, when the party needs votes or legitimacy, it offers a patina of reconciliation. That's not always about hearing. It's often pragmatic and something cynical. Why does the PDP want Jonathan? Goodluck Jonathan carries symbolic weight in the Niger Delta. For PDP, cutting him signals we are back to old supporters. It can calm local power brokers and bring oil region votes. But optics aren't everything. Jonathan's legacy has critics. Some see him as part of the old order that PDP needs to change, not embrace. Why does the PDP want Obi? Peter Obi brings something PDP doesn't have: energy among youths, a reform brand, and a narrative of green governance. If PDP can bring him in without losing control, they suddenly look modern. But that's the catch. Can Obi keep his independence inside a party known for patronage? If he is absorbed, his supporters will feel betrayed. Finally, why does the PDP need Makinde? He is another figure quietly shaping this gamble. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, just at 57, Makinde represents a younger generation of leaders within the PDP. He carries the Southwest PDP flag in a region largely dominated by Tinubu's APC. To many, Makinde could be the bridge between Jonathan's old guard and Obi's reformist movement. Yet, others see him as a man with his own presidential ambition, which could complicate any unity deal. Will Makinde play the role of a stabilizer for PDP, or could he become the very crack that deepens the party's crisis? Now let us look at the two big scenarios that can occur. Scenario 1, genuine reconciliation. PDP changes practices, gives real power and reforms, and these returns help heal national politics. Scenario 2, optics and control. The party recycles names, uses them for short-term legitimacy, and nothing about internal culture changes. Sadly, scenario 2 is the easier part, and the one voters should fear most. Now let us look at the pros and the cons quick fire. Pros: broader appeal, reconciliation story, short-term boost in votes and media attention. Cons: alienating reformers, damaging credibility of returning figures, risk of tokenism, and the optics of "we did wrong, now we want you back" without real change. But who benefits most? Short term, PDP benefits by looking united. Middle term, party heavyweights regains influence. Long term, voters will judge by actions, not press conference. For Jonathan, the risk is becoming the face of a recycled PDP. For Obi, the risk is losing his brand. Now, if they both contest, who is more trusted? Trust doesn't equal machine strength. Peter Obi is currently more trusted among urban youth and those angry with the political elite. Jonathan may have better networks inside the old PDP machine, but trust among the new generation is thin. So, popularity versus machinery, a classic trade-off. So what should each do? Advice to Jonathan: only return if the party commits to institutional reform and if he wants to be a bridge, not a figurehead. Advice to Obi: don't swap principles for short-term power. If you enter, demand guarantees control over policy, independence clauses, and mechanisms to prevent co-optation. The bottom line: the PDP wants Jonathan and Obi because they are useful to voters, to narratives, to bargaining. That can be good if it leads to real change, but it can also be a trap. Bring the people back, then keep doing business as usual. Nigerians must be skeptical, insist on specifics, not photo ops, and if anyone returns, judge them not by who is smiling in the camera, but by what they change in the halls of power. If you like this breakdown, subscribe, share and drop a comment. Would you trust Jonathan or Peter Obi to join PDP and still fight real reform? Tell us why. I'm Nikki, Shinik TV. See you in the next video.